Alright, I have to talk about this. So, bad things happened. You already know who we're talking about. The man himself, also known as Ye West. Famously known for his music, but also known for causing trouble. From saying that George Bush doesn't care about black people, to ruining award-winning moments for young country artists, to saying that slavery was a choice. But we all know how that gets resolved. He releases an album, it goes number 1, his fans forget about what happened, and all is good again. But after what he just did, I doubt this strategy is going to work ever again. So it was December 1st, around 11:30 in the morning, Central Time of course, when I found out about all this. I was scrolling through my Twitter feed and I noticed someone tweeted that Ye was about to be interviewed by none other than Alex Jones. You know, the Infowars dude that's far right and came up with ridiculous conspiracy theories saying that no one died in the Sandy Hook shooting and that it was staged with actors even though it left 20 kids dead and now he has to pay $1 billion in damages because of that? Yeah, that Alex Jones, who is the craziest person in the room now. But little did I know that the damage has already been done, because once I refreshed my feed, I saw a new tweet by user Rehar, and I instantly thought, oh man, what did Ye say this time? So then I looked through the replies for context, and I see someone saying that he said he liked Hitler? Nah man, there's no way he said that to Alex. I mean, he has said some anti-Semitic stuff, but he would never stoop this low. I mean, come on.
I see good things about Hitler also. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Oh.
Yeah. You know, I could let the whole White Lives Matter thing slide because it was taken out of proportion, but this? There is nothing to defend here. He straight up said he liked Hitler, and not even as a meme. And you could argue with his whole quote-unquote love everyone mentality that he's had for years, but when it comes to people that hated humanity to the point of starting a world war and killing millions of Jewish people, that's where we draw the line. Okay, so maybe he was going through something. He wasn't in the right headspace. Oh, I can assure you that he was. He was definitely comfortable during that interview saying that stuff, because he brought along a good friend he recently met, Nick Fuentes. Who is this guy? Well, he's only a neo-Nazi and Holocaust denier. Now, who does that remind me of? Candace Owens! It all makes sense now. Hey, remember when her and Ye did that thing? Now you know what the problem is. Ye needs to stop hanging around these type of people. I don't care if he's running for president again, he's just using his political stance to associate himself with white supremacists, and because of his damaged mental state, which we'll talk about later, he is slowly becoming, if not already, a white supremacist. And you know, I can't really blame Candace for all this since it was bound to happen. I can trace this behavior all the way back to when he became friends with a very special guy. Yeah, I don't know what got him into politics because things were very different before this. So he started to hang around Trump in late 2016, right after his St. Pablo tour freakout, where he said this.
But if I would have voted, I would have voted on Trump.
I can't be mad at the people booing. We did not come to these concerts for politics. Here they are again in October 2018 having a good old chat in the White House, even during his MAGA hat controversy. Oh, by the way, Kanye, nice passcode. And you wonder why your music gets leaked all the time. I mean, The College Dropout got leaked months before release. Even in 2003, his security sucked. This friendship would inspire him to actually attempt to run for president in 2020, and fail by a long shot. However, after that White Lives Matter mess, Ye had an announcement to make. Oh, maybe it's about Donda too.
Of course!
Really?
No.
As if he still cares about that album anymore. At this point, everyone has lost all hope for that. Forget about my prediction, it's irrelevant now. Now I'm starting to regret that one-chip challenge decision. I'm rEactor, and if Donda 2 does not come out this year, I'm gonna do the one-chip challenge. But yeah, it was him announcing that he was running for president in 2024. That's definitely gonna end well. Now that he has a proper political backing, all he needs to do now is find someone to be his vice president. Who else but Trump? That's when he decided to have a private dinner with him at his Mar-a-Lago club. And of course he brought Nick Fuentes with him. Because why not? Basically, 3 things happened. 1, Ye didn't say anything anti-Semitic, which is good music.
Good music!
2, Trump didn't know who the hell Nick Fuentes was, and I don't blame him for not knowing because I doubt anybody knew about him before Ye got his hands on him. And 3, unsurprisingly, Trump denied his vice president request. This made Ye very upset, so what did he decide to do after this? Be anti-Semitic again. However, this would backfire a week later when he was interviewed on the far-right podcast Timcast IRL, and Tim Pool stopped him from pushing the agenda that Jewish people control the media.
Yeah, I think they've been extremely unfair to you.
Who was they though?
We can't say who they is,
corporate
can we?
press. I'm not using the. I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking
It is
about
them, though, isn't it? I mean, because
No.
and because when you think about it, consider it.
And 20 minutes into the podcast, he's out.
Are you leaving?
Are you afraid of the press?
I find this very ironic because Tim has always pushed the worst ideas, including implicit anti-Semitism. Also, yay, how are you going to run for president if you can't even put up with 3 questions from an interviewer? It doesn't matter anymore. They later went to an hibachi restaurant. Hey look, it's Milo Yiannopoulos, an alt-right racist that supports pedophilia. You know what they say, usually the people hanging out with Holocaust deniers are other Holocaust deniers. Now Ye needs somewhere else to spread his anti-Semitic thoughts. Thus brings us back to the InfoWars interview. And before I continue, let's just take a minute to correct some of the things he said on this podcast.
I don't really care that much about Hitler. I love him. It's like he had a really cool outfit and stuff, and he was a really good architect. And he didn't kill 6 million Jews. That's just like factually incorrect.
But he did. He literally did. This is an astoundingly available fact, and the fact that he just made this easily debunkable point should tell you everything else you need to know about what he's going to say next.
I think Obama killed Palestinians. And Obama was not the first black president. He was another Jewish president.
Yeah, he's a war criminal, but he was the first black president of the US. I don't think he was Jewish, though.
This guy that invented highways.
Yeah, I don't think Hitler invented those. In fact, they were invented years after World War II ended.
Invented the very microphone that I use as a musician.
No, it was actually a black man by the name of James West that invented the mic you use. You know, the same one that you threw at that Donda 2 listening party. It's definitely a no-brainer that Ye fans were absolutely furious and disappointed when they found out about this, to the point of treating this as the last straw and no longer being fans. Chris Lambert, formerly known for his Watching the Throne podcast, said that he'll never post about Kanye ever again and rebranded the entire channel. And if that wasn't enough to prove that he was done with him, he then tweeted a picture of him unfollowing his Twitter account. Yeah, that'll show him. Dude, that's corny. Also, no need to flex on us. We already know that Ye knows you exist. Awkward, but yeah. But you want to know what's cornier? The TikToks I've seen of people taking down and throwing away their Kanye merchandise. Yeah, you guys really don't need to do that. And you don't need to destroy it either. Come on, that costs money, especially the vinyls. And vinyl ain't cheap. Trust me, I know. And I also know for a fact that if they didn't have a platform, they wouldn't be doing this. I get that you want to denounce him, but it's better to talk about why you disagree with him instead of being Patchy the Pirate and taking all your stuff down. It's all about views, I guess. The worst one I've seen is of this guy taking apart his Lego graduation bear.
I built the graduation bear about a year ago, and today I decided to take him apart. I think that the way we build up our idols in American culture, we're almost afraid to tear them down. And, disassembling this was sort of cathartic, The way that we speak matters. The way that we treat people matters. I think if we speak hate into existence, that's not a good thing.
Guys, I built this Lego Kanye bear last year. It took me 5 minutes to make, but I have to destroy it now because he's a Nazi. Taking it apart piece by piece made me realize that we shouldn't idolize celebrities because at the end of the day, they're still people and people can do bad things. Damn, that's crazy, bro. It's Lego. It's not that deep. You're just thirsty for views. Suck it up. It's very funny seeing people doing this because whatever happened to he made graduation? What, does that not work anymore? Even though it never worked in the first place and it got annoying very fast? What's that? Kanye said something stupid again? No, it's okay because he made graduation. Boom, it never happened. Happy ending. Okay, now let's put that logic to another artist. What's that? R. Kelly has been doing horrible things to minors for many years? No, it's okay because he made the remix to Ignition. It's the remix to Ignition, I'm gonna rot in prison. Yeah. No, defending an artist with one of their fan favorite projects will not make the problem go away. Stop it. And even if you wanted to defend him like that, why graduation? It's not even top 5. He has much better albums than that. Here's my top 5. Fight Me. Yes, it does have some amazing songs on there, but there's 2 songs that ruin the entire vibe. You know which ones. This right here says it all. Also, there is that one lyric in Flashing Lights. And not to mention one of the members of Daft Punk, Thomas Bangalter, is Jewish, and their song Harder, Better, Faster, Stronger is sampled on Stronger. And to finish off this lore, Kanye's original tour DJ, A-Track, who also is Jewish, remixed this song. Good job, guys. You made this situation worse. So stop saying he made Graduation and say he made 808s. Or better yet, he made My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I have yet to open this. Actually, don't say that. I have a much better idea. Separate the art from the artist. Stop crying about what Ye said all the time on social media and go pop that old College Dropout CD in your mom's old Walkman. And for the Gen Zers out there, go make some Kanye playlists on Spotify. Like I did. This should explain my 2022 Spotify Wrapped. Unfortunately, there are many diehard Kanye fans out there that actually agree with what he said. Yeah. Imagine being that brainwashed to the point of defending anti-Semitic behavior. Well then, let's see what the Germans think about this. Hello?
Guten Morgen.
Good morning.
What are your thoughts on Kanye West?
I'm not too sure.
He's a Nazi now.
Cool.
Shall we cancel Kanye West?
Nah.
Good. Because he made Graduation. What are your thoughts on Kanye West?
I don't know.
Is it okay that he's being a Nazi?
Yeah. It's okay.
It's all good because he made Graduation.
That's it.
I don't fucking care about Kanye West, bro.
This is Kanye West right here.
Yeah.
Oh, he died. Like that's the Graduation effect right there. You do not care what he does. He made Graduation. He does nothing wrong. Is bro dead?
Stand up.
She died from defending Kanye too
Nice.
much. She said he made Graduation too many times, and now she's out. What are your thoughts on Kanye West? Tough topic. Oh. But he made Graduation. Yes. That's how all Kanye fans are. You gotta defend the man. He made Graduation. See, at least you care. I feel like these Kanye fans need a little reminder course on what anti-Semitism is. For example, if someone says there's a lot of Jews in banking, that's true. But if they say Jews control banking, that's anti-Semitism. Anti-Semitism is the reason why Jews were forced into banking in the Middle Ages. Another example, if someone says there's a lot of Jews in Hollywood, that's true. But if they say Jews control Hollywood, that's also anti-Semitism. It's actually Christians that mostly work in Hollywood. If anything controls Hollywood, it's capitalism. This also applies with the mainstream media. Kanye, if Jewish people actually had control of that, you would be in prison for your tweets. Speaking of tweets, things got worse on Twitter. During the InfoWars interview, Ye made tweets about loving the First Amendment and wanting all anti-Semites to have free speech. Oh wait, it was Alex Jones making these tweets. Makes sense.
I love the
Jews.
That true would say that? It's true, I do love them.
It wasn't until after the interview when he tweeted about how he wanted pornography to be banned and that he praised Balenciaga. Yay, I thought you said you were against Balenciaga, especially after they cut ties with you. I mean, they got in trouble for an ad campaign featuring children in sexually suggestive situations, which then they proceeded to blame their advertising company even though it was their idea. Someone's not feeling well tonight. And the finale to this crazy day, he then tweeted a logo idea for his presidential campaign.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Even though that's just the Raelian UFO cult logo, it's still very, very weird. This would be the final nail in the coffin because Elon Musk did not approve of that and later permanently suspended his account. Kind of a rare W for Elon because he's never denounced anti-Semitism whatsoever and they used to be good friends. Another thing, Elon also spends his time talking with conservatives who do implicit anti-Semitism all the time. I mean, he did replatform Trump. That should tell you a lot. I guess the problem for Elon was never anti-Semitism. The problem was Kanye being anti-Semitic visibly to advertisers, and that was too much for Elon. Suspension. I guess Ye didn't take that well because he then took to Instagram to say that Elon might be half Chinese. I mean, we do have Yilong Ma, so he might not be too far off.
Money! Money!
Money.
Give it to you!
Being a fan of his for many years, this is very disappointing, but I kinda expected this to happen, and I mostly blame his politics and the people that surround him. Especially Nick Fuentes. This dude has been a fan of Kanye for years, and now all of a sudden he's his yes man.
Jesus is king.
I don't know how anyone can take him seriously. He's so goofy. Remember this clip from 2020?
You guys voting Trump 2020?
No.
What?
What?
Why not? Who are you voting for?
He's a racist.
That's
What?
awesome, though. That's great.
Yeah, racism is awesome, saying that while wearing a Fortnite hoodie and T-posing, something that people haven't done since 2018. And how about recently when some couple threw ketchup on him, so he tried to throw his drink at them but only hit his bodyguards? I don't think they get paid enough for this. So yeah, this dude is the main reason why things are like this now. Kanye has lost a lot of longtime fans, a lot of respect, and his career and reputation will never be the same again. People are making fun of him all over social media and even saying other artists made his albums. Yeah, I remember when Kendrick Lamar made this album, or when he made Graduation. Yeah! Why not change the album titles at this point? Instead of College Dropout, we have Art School Dropout. Oh no. Or how about Mind Beautiful Dark Twisted Conf? Or better yet, change some lyrics. She don't believe in the Holocaust, but she believes in Santa Claus. Okay, I'll stop. All jokes aside, this is the worst thing Kanye has ever said, but some people seem to disagree. And if I dare talk about why that poll is wrong, people are going to compare me to that woman that thinks abortion is worse than slavery. Look, I get it. Women's rights are very important, but a woman's choice to get rid of an unborn baby because she was sexually abused or her man forgot to pull out is worse than a black man being tortured and abused just to pick cotton for the white man for 400 years? Hard pass. And slavery was definitely not a choice, Kanye, because if it was, and they decided to pick cotton most of their lives instead of hopping on the next train to freedom, I think America would be a much different place today. Even if he posts a new song out of nowhere, things aren't going to be the same again. Kanye just posted a new song on Instagram.
That's what we've been waiting for! It's what we wanted all along!
Finally, Kanye put that mouth to good use. It's been a while since we've had anything solo from him. I was kinda getting tired of those underwhelming features with other artists. This is giving me Ye versus the People vibes, the song he released during the Slavery Was a Choice controversy. So you know what that means? I'm totally surprised. But it seems like this song is making people respect him again. Maybe he isn't cancelled after all. But of course, there's always that one person that has to ruin the fun.
I'm pissed, alright, because here's the thing. Kanye has no right dropping good music right now. I went on his Instagram and I listened to it. After all those comments, Kanye, you have no right. You have no right dropping good music. Please stop.
Yeah, Kanye, you're a Nazi now. You can't make good music anymore. Never go in the studio again. I mean, R. Kelly released like a dozen albums years after he was charged for doing no-no stuff, and nobody complained about that. Including one he just released while in prison titled, I Admit It. It's a little too late for that, Robert. Before this video ends, we should talk about one last important topic. Yes, Kanye West is under fire right now, but this is something we should take into consideration. His mental health. This behavior doesn't just come out of nowhere, and we can trace it back to one devastating event, the death of his mother. Dr. Donda West was pretty much his best friend and his biggest fan, supporting his music career since the early days. Kanye was very blessed to have her as a mother. She believed in him, not just because that was her child, but because she saw something in him that was very special. Even if he didn't make it in music, she would still be proud of him because her love for him was unconditional. When he lost her in 2007 during surgery, it absolutely broke him. He didn't just lose his mom, he lost the one person who believed in him when no one else did. Her interviews are the perfect example of how devoted she was to her son. When he wanted to give up, she kept cheering him on. Even after her passing, he still didn't give up despite how hurt he was. Even after his fiancée Alexis Pfeiffer left him, he found proper ways to cope. Even after he became the most hated celebrity overnight, he made a huge comeback with his cult classic. Even after his divorce with Kim, he managed to make an entire album dedicated to Donda. Kanye will always find a way to turn a bad situation into a happy ending, but 2022 has proven to be a dangerous year for him. From having multiple freakouts on Instagram, to offending the Black Lives Matter community, to praising a man that killed millions of innocent Jews, we haven't seen this much controversy from him since his 2009 VMAs incident. This is a very dangerous time. The man has lost everything. His wife, friendships, longtime fans, brand deals, billions of dollars, access to bank accounts, and his sanity. If this continues, he may lose his life next. I'm not here to predict someone's death, but I have a theory that he's not afraid of saying anything controversial just so he could see his mother again. And the fact that he walks around with no security, it's very scary. Kanye has said multiple times before that he doesn't want any professional help, so whatever happens, happens. I think it's very obvious that if his mother was still here, things would be very different today. Until you lose someone like a mother or other close family members, it's hard to understand what he could have been thinking. He misses his mom and he's going through one of the hardest times in his life right now. He wishes Donda would be there to hold his hand through his darkest of days. Call the man crazy, but consider why he's like that before joking about it. As weird as it sounds now, I still think he's going to find a way to come back from all this mess. I do not support this at all, but knowing what he's been through, you gotta feel bad for the man. You can disagree with some of the stuff he says, but at the end of the day, he's still a very talented musician and producer going through tough times. And I know some of you guys are going through tough times as well. I don't want to call anybody a hypocrite here, but if Kanye's shenanigans have gotten so bad to the point where you guys have to constantly talk about him on social media, despite his mental health issues, I think it's time we separate the art from the artist. Stop focusing on the negatives and start focusing on the positives. Life may be terrible for you right now, but one day it's all going to be worth it in the end. Because someday, we'll all be free.
Can we just kind of say, like, you like the uniforms, but that's about it?
There's a lot of things that I love, that I love, that I love, that I love.
Hi, we're on the list.
Names?
Stewie Griffin and Kanye West.
I am Adolf Hitler!